Tidepod is our homie that hangs out in stream literally all the time. Literally all the time. And he's trying to main and get better at Wesker. So we are trying to teach him how to get good at Wesker. And for that, I'm actually bringing in my good friend Ace Modius _. The underscore is important.
What's up?
Don't forget the underscore. Because Ace is a very, very hardcore Wesker main. Yes.
Yes.
Every day is Weston time in the Ace zone. So I actually...
Hello everyone, what's up?
Bringing in...
for having me on.
Yeah, of course. Bringing in an expert. Slurp. Bringing in an expert, that way you will actually be able to get like actual hardcore good Wesker advice, not just general killer advice, which is like I like.
How much do you pause these usually?
Like here and there. You can ask to pause anytime you want.
Okay. Yeah. I just don't want to drag it out too long.
No, it's fine.
But we'll see.
It's fine. The point is to get as much help as we can to the homie. And just tell me whenever you want to pause. Like, hey, pause.
Yeah. I'll probably say to pause to really look at the build.
So Gas Heaven is not a very...
I'm also not going to look at the stream because I pause it real quick. I'm not going to look at the stream because it's going to like me up a little.
Yeah. So
the... Sorry. You go?
The add-on choice. Was that what you were going to say?
Yes.
Go for it.
The add-on choice you have here is it's not great. If you don't have anything better than fair and you just want to put on add-ons, fair enough. Like VCD, if you didn't know, is actually bugged right now. I think it does like 60% extra infection rate. So that's why it's so good right now. And then I don't remember what Glasses does. Is that the aura one on spray?
That's the
yeah. Because I don't use any of his purples.
Or is that the undetectable one?
I think yeah, it's the undetectable one. It's all right, but as Wesker, you should always be wanting to have either like tendril, beetle, crank, gloves, chalice, unicorn medallion. All of those are really, really good chase add-ons. If you're just like running whatever because you want to try it out, fair enough. Then the perks are also pretty good.
Yeah, your build's pretty stacked.
Not a lot to say about that. I don't think Deadlock with Pain Res is great personally because it can cuck you, but with current Pain Res you kind of like delay the procs, so yeah.
Yeah, if Deadlock's up, you could just choose not to hook them on a Pain Res. Okay. Yeah.
Also, you're immediately using your power while you're dashing into the middle of the map. And I see a lot of Weskers like just don't do it. You should always do it at the start of the match just so that you get that distance.
Yeah, I told him in the last match about the pyramid, which is the bottom. Hey, this is a movement tool. I can use this. The middle is this is built-in slowdown because of infection and cleansing and the even a tunneling potential because you know where they are afterwards. And then the tippy top, which is the last row, which is, hey, this is a anti-chase thing. That if I get good at this, like I can get good at Billy, I can do text and cool stuff and circumvent the chase.
Yep. Exactly.
Do be careful about chasing into your crop. They're all there right now, and you're going to start an early good chase, but just keep that in mind.
Yeah, because of how corrupt works now, it's not the worst anymore. Yeah, it's a missed swing. Fair enough, though. It happens.
Ooh.
Yeah, good hit.
We are
You're buffering a little bit.
You're getting that one infect, so you can M1 here if you need to. You know, it's not required.
Yeah.
To, like,
play
go
around
for...
the pallet here. You probably want to keep chasing around the other side, and she fucked up, so you can.
Yeah.
You don't have to use your power here. I probably wouldn't because of that jump, but you got the hit anyway, so it doesn't matter. So.
Yeah, you got the infect, so unless you're just practicing your power, you got what you needed. If the M1's there,
I might do it like for the flex, but if I just really wanted to demo, I just slap. Just the throw doesn't save any time there.
Yeah, and she's already infected, so you're already gonna get the built-in slowdown on her.
Mm-hmm. Not tapping out to avoid the scream, you hate me.
I don't do that either.
Yeah, break that. That fucking window is so stupid.
Yep. It's one of those that like you see. That's why somebody was talking about like an alternate use for toolboxes rather than just like gen speed, and it was like breakable walls don't spawn in default like that, but you can build them with toolboxes.
I like that.
I thought that would be cool. And then
That'd
like,
be really fun.
and then like buff breakable walls to take like longer to kick or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
you
a
have
neat
one
idea.
there.
Okay, she just throws that at fucking
Yeah, that's a good use of alternate palette. Catch up to her sooner. This is greedy, but it's good to get the impact.
Yep.
Did she die?
Oh,
Yeah. You can
That was not your
Eurobend
fault.
there to circumvent that.
well, I
you
would have
could,
assumed it would hit the
go
tire
ahead.
too.
Yeah, it's not. It's something you could avoid, but you'd be thinking she'd hit the tire. or
Yeah,
the truck.
like because if we're talking about
So
Eurobending, which
silly.
you know, do you want to explain what Eurobend is in a shorthand way?
Okay, Eurobending is basically you turn your mouse mid-rush so that you change the direction of your hitbox and where you hit the survivor, and it can either get you a down, like guarantee that you're gonna hit the survivor, or from like missing them and just throwing them into the corn. Very, very useful. Like one of the first of his. It's not even really a tech. It's just a feature. It's intentional. This is just how he works.
Now, like, because your idea here is
'Cause
obviously,
you could throw her into the other, the junk tile.
yeah, the
filler.
semi. Yeah, there's a junk tile over here, which is there's just a truck you could land her against. There's also the semi, all-out semi over here that you could
throw her
also
into the
use.
semi.
Now,
But
you know,
the tires look like they're there and they should hit.
yeah,
This is just like Wesker being shit. So
yeah,
nothing you really did wrong, but you can predict that. That's why I don't go for throws like in the middle of the map that much, because sometimes they'll just like bounce off of 6 things.
yeah. Like theoretically, she shouldn't. She should hit the tires here, but you know, it's like Blight. You know, you get used to like weird stuff like that, and you'll understand.
Yep.
Like in this situation later on, the safer play was to just go for the truck or go for this instead.
Yeah, you just figure it out.
Hey, Red, how's it going? Are you home?
It's so stupid.
It is.
And I would M1 here, like I think you're about to do.
He does, but and this is the first one.
Yeah, I see controllers. It's
Mhm.
understandable. It's harder to. Actually, kind of hard to M1 people on controller.
Yeah, I've been telling him to back up when people are doing that.
Yep.
That's all
That
you can do on
helps.
controller.
It's unfortunate. I think Eurobends are harder on console too.
Yeah, and he's been hitting him too. He's been posting clips. He's really good at it so far.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go.
I do appreciate that Deadlock is kind of its own info as well.
Yeah, because you don't even need to check that. So what I would be doing here, like for killer, is going more directly to one of the gens that are in the little circle there, one of those 4. Just
Mhm.
completely ignore the 2 over in the corner. Those don't matter.
Giving up gens is a hard thing for killers to understand. It's like, why would I give up a gen? That's my objective, and it's like you
You
kind of
can,
gotta, you kind of gotta, you know, in some circumstances. Oh,
Oh man. So what you can actually do there, pause. Go to like where he's
Coming
looking
around the
into
corner?
the 4 lane.
oh, wait,
Yeah.
okay, the 4 lane.
Okay, there, yeah. You see like where the Dwight ran, he vaults that window.
Yeah.
What you can do here is you dash into the wall of the 4 lane where he vaulted into, and then immediately just dash forward and you'll hit him.
Like bounce it off of it, like a bounce type.
Yeah, rebound on the wall and then
Mhm.
dash immediately. That would have been a down. But it's hard with no unicorn. And he might have life. I couldn't tell.
Yeah,
But
that's
something you can try to do.
that's why Lythe is like even before Deadhog got nerfed again. Like I was like, are you guys sure that it's better than Lythe? Because like Lythe completely changes the way so many killers play tiles. Because it's like
Yeah.
this is the optimal play unless Lythe, and you can say that in almost every tile in every situation.
The funny thing is though, most people don't know how to use it. I think it'll be like 2 or 3 years before life is remotely problematic to go against.
Yeah, we're
Because
just
Dead Hard was like that since release. It was just people were bots and used it to dodge instead of for distance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see what you mean. Yeah, because you just bounce on there.
You could have hit that too, but again, he might be. I think he might be PC and controller. So
I think I would just be
Harder.
scared to see him running straight at me. You know? I'd be like, what?
Nice. It's good to be kind of stubborn to get him infected because that is your slowdown. But don't overcommit to it if you don't need to. Like, if you miss a rush and he just runs around the corner like a bot, just smack him. Unless you're going for some crazy clip, doesn't matter.
Which is what you do.
Yeah. Even then, I'll just M1 people.
How many hours do you have in the game, Ace?
In the game, I think 5.5 now?
Wow.
5.5k. Not 5.
Yeah, just start playing.
5,464, so pretty much 5.5.
So you're 1,000 ahead of me, almost exactly.
And
That was just good on her part. She
Yeah,
gets the
waiting
medium
in
though. Oh, feels bad.
I would have tried to hard tech that probably, but that's safer to do and smarter.
They may not be there yet though. And honestly,
Yeah.
I was explaining this in the last Wesker video. That's more of like a trick up your sleeve. That's not like really optimal in most situations, correct?
Yeah, even on Shack, it's not that good to do unless the survivor vaults into you or they're just stupid. Because they can wait for it and just see that you're dashing and you're doing something. They might not know about hug tech, but they'll be like, hey, Wesker's coming around the corner. I can see him trying to do something. And I'll just watch the safe angle.
Yep. It's neat as a little like, you know, like a riposte. It's like, hello, I have this cool neat trick, but it's like somebody's scenarios better.
Tiles.
Yeah. The last time I told him to maybe do it was the balcony of RPD on those single tiles up there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Good
But in
spot.
general, yeah, it's not like it's not very optimal most of the time.
Yeah, I would go back to that too.
Yeah, and this is gonna be a takeaway, maybe not perhaps for you, but maybe just for people in general, just like a general thing, because that's why I make them on the YouTube. It's to help you, but it's also to be general advice to like, you know, help everybody improve. It's like this is a signal and this is a warning to you. If they are saving that quickly, you're still in Terrius. Like you only did one dash and you have a 40-meter Terrius. They can still hear you and they're probably watching you like zoom away. That is, I don't want to say it this way because this starts getting into like, you know, killer, you know, Reddit energy, but like that's kind of like a disrespect, right? That's like I don't think you're gonna come back to this hook. I don't think you're gonna pressure this hook. I am safe to get this. So you suck. You stink. I'm just gonna grab this. You know?
What I would think personally from a different mindset is I'd think this person has deliverance unless it's somebody who's already been hooked, because I'd be like, why are you hooking, like unhooking immediately and taking the aggro? But if somebody does that, just go back to the hook. I used to be like nicer play where I would just walk around looking for somebody when nobody was on barbecue, and you don't even have it on this build. So just go back if somebody pulls instantly.
Yeah, this sucks. It may make you the quote unquote the bad guy, but like that is a risky play, and you should be punishing the survivors for risky plays.
Yeah.
Because like you can theoretically let them get away with that, but like you guarantee any killer that's actually trying is not going to let them do that.
I would let the Dwight go. Like you don't need the hard tunnel him at this point. You got 4 hooks at 4 gens, but
as long as you break up the heal, you're good. Yeah.
Again, this is generally for people. Like just go for the person who fresh unhooked them and maybe try to burn their deliverance or whatever they're trying to do.
And going along our like the logic we're talking about is like theoretically that's the person that needs to be punished, right? Is the person that just unsafely unhooked anyway because they're the one playing poorly.
Yes.
I think that's right. How's it going? How's your Monday? We're doing a match review. We have Ace, who is a Wesker expert. Since we're doing a Wesker review. And I know Tidepod likes Ace a lot too.
So what you can go back to
the shack.
Fungo the shack, yeah. Right about here, yeah. So what you can do here is don't, unless you're gonna try to hug tech, don't fake out and in so much on that window. What you can do, especially if you have Tendril is really, really crazy at zoning and just making you faster so you can get into position better. Keep raising your power, walk more into the doorway, and if she still, then like back up a little bit. And if she still tries to fake the vault, then you hit her. If she tries to run out the doorway, then you hit her. But if you do this where you like kind of try to force her to vault the window, she's just not gonna vault it if she's smart.
Yeah, if she's smart. But yeah,
Wesker like demo can guarantee that this is not a safe way to run into Shack.
you're right. It is essentially the same mind game you pull with demo where you're like,
and Huntress, you just are like, all right, my power is up. You have to throw the pallet, or you have like a 70% chance of going down.
Yep.
Shack is super unsafe against Wesker unless they run it like by breaking.
yeah, because you essentially just let her run out the door. Because once you give up control, like we talk about a lot in a lot of these videos, especially because people send me a lot of Billy stuff, is pallet control. Keeping control of the pallet, and right there, you in a sense had pallet control. She threw it earlier, but like that's where the pallet would theoretically have been. So you had pallet control positionally. So the only option she had was the window, which is a lose for her. But because you give up control of the space there, she just leaves out the other door for free.
Yep. So you can down her just a lot faster by committing around Chuck. People aren't gonna expect you to either. 80% of the Weskers people go against are just like playing like he's Wraith and wanting people with sloppy all day.
Yeah, they play
it's a
him.
Strat, but it makes it really easy to hit certain good plays on Wesker.
Yeah.
Because nobody expects it. I don't know if I'd use my power like that without uniform. Yeah, with just a one hitter. Because that's a very jagged tile. And you just have to kind of take it differently.
Yeah. Because he has his own collision that's very unique to him that's not like Billy's or anybody else's.
With tires and a rock there, I probably just wouldn't even bother trying to instead. It's not worth. Don't need to check the deadlock done, even though it just got undeadlock. Oh! I don't know why they were healing there, that's kind of bad.
Very risky.
Yep. I guess it was the right play because you found them. But... yeah, good not going for the tap who I think ran into main. Avoiding main is.
I think that was the Dwight. I also thought he looked like Tap.
For some reason. Not a tap?
Yeah, I know, right? Like,
what the fuck? Can you go back?
Because there's not a tap in the match. It's just his outfit, I guess. Yeah, it's the baseball cap. Yep.
Dude, and he has the black T-shirt, so I thought it was Tap's coat.
Yep.
Dude.
That's funny.
Wow. Deception 100.
One thing you're doing very, very good right now is your two main survivors that you were trying to pressure are Nia and Fong, and you're not really trying to, split pressure into Dwight. You thought about it and you said, no, I shouldn't do that. So you're...
yeah, because he hasn't been hooked yet, right?
Yeah, so you're doing the right thing here.
Or no, I think he did get hooked, but he doesn't have as many states. So it's a little riskier to go for him. Yeah.
You kind of gave her that for free.
What you need to do on this tile, when she goes for the 4-lane pallet like that, she's obviously going to throw it. So what you can do with it is let her throw the pallet, get behind the wall, pull up your power, and like move back and forth a little and listen for her vault. And if she vaults, you just dash and then dash into her again and grab her.
Yeah.
If she doesn't vault, then you rebound off of the wall and then dash into the pallet and you'll hit her before she can vault it.
Using dark mode. So this is then there's the window here. Yeah, this is the crappy one too. This is the weaker of the two versions of this. Even though there's three now.
Yeah.
I
like how 4 lanes are kind of interesting to play now.
Yeah, because they added a third variation of 4 lanes. One that has an easier fast fall, but is a weaker palette.
Yep. That one's pretty fun to rebound.
So you're
Yeah,
Weskin time. My eyes. So we're looking at this situation, where and what Ace was describing would be a good optional color.
I like maroon personally.
Okay, so like, if she's trying to like, play this palette, you can just like ready your power up, and she has very little. I'll draw in blue because she's the one that's gonna be moving. She has very little in the way of options here, because if she drops this, and this is just a cross now, you can hit her here, you can rotate around the wall, and if she vaults, you just, back up and hit her.
Yeah.
Because
you want to be behind the short side to be like trying to pressure her into one way or the other, the 50-50 it.
Yeah, the short
If she throws that pellet and you vault it, she gets the window for free.
The short side of any tile is always the place you should prefer to be on killer, because that's where they have less options available. Because you give up control of this side of the palette that's super short, she just, runs through out this way. When if realistically, if you've been positioned here, she has no option. She just has palette and a long wall, and that's
yeah,
it.
she has to win like a 50-50 that's more like a 70% in the killer's favor.
So you gave up. We were just talking about palette control in terms of the shack. You also give up palette control here, because theoretically you have it if you stand here. Like, she's also at it at the same time, but theoretically you also have palette control here, and you give it up, and then she just leaves and takes the window.
Yep. And then you hit her there because she's a dumbass. Well played.
That's the funniest thing about a lot of these match reviews, is a lot of it comes down to survivor failure, and it feels like I want to be reviewing them. It's
a big part of the game is capitalizing on a survivor's mistake.
There's an entire.
People say that's a bad thing, and it's really not. It's like, that's video games. There's
a whole character archetype built around that, like Nemesis, Pinhead. I mean, even him, just survivors not, spraying at the right times, staying and, getting that hit, that sort of stuff.
That was, that was bad. that's definitely hittable. I would have brought my power up way earlier, like here, where you are right now, at the corner of Shack, while you were running there. Because then you can come around before she even has time to go into the door, and then Urban into her.
Yeah, because you had the right idea. You had the right idea here.
You can also pull people out of vaults, so...
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, so I would ready it, like, here. Yeah, here. Which I think you do in a second, but just a little too... Yeah, waited way too long. You can still hit her here, but...
Yeah, you could have scooped her before she even got there.
You just went
and there are trees over here to the right, too, that you could have smacked her into.
That happens. I've done that many, many times before, just going way out from a window.
And even then, even if you don't smack her into something, that's the wall back there, right? Like, she's zoned away from everything, which is why throw builds on this character is super fun.
Yes.
Because you zone her into nothing. That's a win-win either way for you. But now she gets window.
Yes. She do. Now you gotta play this. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Where did she go?
She just W keyed away. She's over to the right.
Oh yeah, through the blood. I don't think.
Go ahead to leave for the gen here. And it's somebody you've already hooked, so good.
Yeah, that's good. I think I'm dead. It took forever to save that Mia. Yep, you just flip her there. You can use your power to catch up to her. I have faith you'll hit that.
Oh. You had to be a little...
Waited way too long.
If you were a little bit more reactionary, you could have got that.
Yep. I feel it though, I've got the grandpa reaction time. Some days.
Is that the best you've got?
Sometimes it's better to just send it. Like, even if you miss, that's a learning experience, right? Like,
you're like, okay, I can't hit that. But
you might surprise yourself.
You're like, oh wait, I can hit that, and then you'll do it more because positive reinforcement. Oh, I can hit that.
Or you could just run egg and just do that and zone them for free.
You can just zone with egg and not have any reaction time. Yep.
How many streamers do you watch run egg and you just want to like smash your head into a brick wall?
Like, not that many. There are some really good uses for it, like getting a really long snipe coming around the corner, but
Mhm.
a lot of bigger streamers either use Chalice with add-ons that don't work with it, like Lion Medallion and stuff. Like, doesn't even. It's funny, but it doesn't do anything. Or they run Egg and Gloves, which is like, it's fine, but it actually hurts his zoning ability too, because you can't put your power down fast enough.
Yep.
You
That's
can
why
just
I
run
stopped
away.
using it.
It's good at like zoning really dumb survivors into a free hit, but a good player is gonna go, "Oh shit, this guy has egg. I'm just gonna LOS and run away."
Yep.
I
Yep.
always expect it. Like play around somebody maybe having egg and just run away.
And honestly, if you want to play that way, just play demo. Or you play in this character.
True. Tendril is and Crank are way better than Egg because they just give him flat out speed to come around tiles.
I was using Tendril and Unicorn earlier today. I was like, ooh.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
the fun combo. Egg's not bad though. I wouldn't knock people for using it, but it's just misused sometimes.
It's kind of almost like a, it's not, yeah, you're right, it's misused, and most people kind of use it as training wheels. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like that exact situation, like that Tidepod was just in, if you had egg, you could just sit there and zone a little bit more and then hit it anyway, which, you know, in your head is
Possibly,
like a good thing because you're like, well, I get the hit, but also your reaction time should just be better.
Yeah,
You know?
you could just hit it faster.
If you
Also,
just got more skillful, you would win.
Finding the person who sprayed is good here. Can you go back a little bit actually?
Yeah.
Is after the pain res hit?
Because that's not Nia you're trying to focus, that's your other focus survivor.
This is good pathing, but I would use my power here to be a little faster and just
Yeah.
be on top of her 2 seconds earlier. And you can do this, but
There's also something to be
Yeah.
said here, and I know this is going to be kind of like reverse of my advice I gave last match review. She's dead. What is the bonus to infecting her here?
yep. She just cleansed too.
It's like putting
You
a pig
wanna-
hat on a dead survivor. Or a
The
dead
way you
survivor.
want to play, if you know someone is dead and you just want to down them fast, is you M1 them and then you hit them with your power into a wall so that you instantly pick them up.
Yeah.
Also, you obviously didn't react to her there, but console, she's probably PC, just fucking spinning around in your face. You're kind of limited on the sticks in a way. Not that you can't be good, but it is a lot harder to control your model.
Yeah. So maybe in this circumstance, like, and this is not even just a Wesker thing. Like I just said, there's plenty of characters where like Pig, like Nemesis, like any sort of effect you apply to a survivor that's supposed to be like quote unquote built-in slowdown. If the character's dead, there's kind of no reason to apply that because it doesn't give you pressure later in the match. It just doesn't.
What you could do here is you see her a little bit in the open, and then you try to throw her into a corner somehow. And then you either M1 her or grab her and slam her into a wall.
Yeah.
But if you can't throw, not a huge point other than the style, which is fine.
Yeah, she's spinning in your face.
Yeah, you could have hit that. You just needed to position a little better on her. That'll come to you in time though.
You're also giving up a lot of M1s that are super easy to hit. Just to go for your power.
I respect that. But if you slap her, you can watch where she goes and then ready up your power and snipe her.
Yep.
But I respect not wanting to M1. That's a sign of trying to improve. Kind of like Billy though, you have to know when to just smack them.
Ooh, good job
she's
backing up there.
Tried to do the window thing to you. Yep, good. So you got stuck, that's unfortunate. I would have
Yes.
pulled up my power coming out of the door and just dashed around. But
Yeah, because she's just gonna
left.
leave there.
Yeah.
Now she's back into it. Yeah.
If you pull your power up a little earlier and just start dashing on top of them, like I wouldn't use it here.
He's just trying to
Because
use it to
now-
catch up.
It's good to use it to catch up, but now you have no anti-loop and she has this style, which is not overpowered, but it's pretty annoying for unknown killers. Now you have your power back. Just wind here. That works too. Use your Mori.
I don't know. We got one. We're saving it. Well, wait, she's like,
I suppose.
she's, yeah, because you've heard, nobody else is death hook, so like, are we just gonna not get the Mori?
I guess not.
It might be a time efficiency thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, just not to waste the
Mori
time.
does, Wesker's Mori does take forever, as much as I love that. Yeah, you got a little confused there because he did run outwards.
Yeah, he's
The
wearing a
tap-
vest too. Yeah. That's funny.
The Dwight that's cosplaying tap. You hit that? Oh, you waited too long again. If you just like instantly do it again in curve, I promise you he's not gonna react to it.
Still being more snappy.
Yeah,
for some reason.
that guy getting hit like that is never gonna react to a Wesker instaing him. Glad he doesn't have adrenaline. And then I'm assuming the last guy escapes. The Meg.
Yeah, she kind of can't do anything.
Yeah, I would just sit in front of the hook here because I don't care about the 4K, and there's no way to find her unless she got a gearhead thing at the last minute.
Yeah, you have no info.
Yep.
So I don't like lethal by itself. It's just I don't like dead perk slots.
Yeah, lethal is definitely better paired with other auras. For comp or something, it's a lot more useful to just have that info early on, but I mean, I don't think Corrupt really got any use because the first down was super fast. That's why I don't run it.
Yeah.
Unless I know the other players with the setting. Okay, yeah, you don't get the other person.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's... Yeah. I think there's a better way to patrol these gates to confirm this.
Because
Yeah,
you are
like you can-
attempting it.
Now you're just trying to get Skywesker? Okay, respect that. I would just be throwing for Skywesker. You can get on top of that, I think.
Oh, well, the gates are powered, so searching. Well, you end up finding Hatch, but the gates are powered, so like.
Yeah.
Unless
she'll
you
just
random-
get out.
Yeah, unless she randomly just decided to do that, which would be odd. She's just gonna get a door.
Yep. I would probably do the same thing though. The big message for killer players: the 4K does not matter that much. Just it's not to say like just let the last survivor go, man, chill out because that's entitled. But also, you don't have to sit at the gates all day if you don't want to. Oh, you almost got her too. Oh, did you let her out? Okay.
Oh, you let her go. Okay.
Well, yeah, that's a 4K then.
Yeah, that's actually a 4K.
Because you got her.
Is it just you wiggling her and letting her go? Yeah.
Yep. What's the end screen look like? I'm
Yeah.
kind of curious about their builds.
Make sure you always show your end screens, because if you get like blasted or something and I see like 4 proofs and a bunch of toolboxes, I'm gonna be like, okay, well that wasn't really your fault. You know?
Yeah, people that want to do jump really fast. Okay. This is pretty normal.
Yeah, nothing's too
Shocked to see somebody still running dead hard. Even though it's not bad, I'm just surprised to see it. Giga Chad. Yeah. The entire reason I think that got to endgame was poor time management and chase, like downing people like 15 seconds longer than it would take you if you just like rebounded or curved around track properly. That's something that'll come in time, like with part of instas and stuff on Wesker. Like
Yeah.
your insta is just dashing really fast around the corner, and curving like you're a Billy or a Blight or something. And that's a lot of muscle memory of, all right, I'm here. Most survivors go here. Like if you're on the side of Shack and you dash out there and you Urabend around the corner to grab them, um, they'll either flare out and try to dodge it, or they're not going to move at all. And a lot of people don't move at all, so that's like a really basic one. And then there's 4 lanes that you can just rebound into the inner wall and get a free hit, unless they do some crazy window fake thing. Yeah, you can control your power really efficiently to down somebody faster if you're just fast. It is really the same principle as Blight, Billy, any killer like that, but it's definitely harder than Blight, because Blight gets up to 7 chances if he wants to hit you. I don't know if it's harder than Billy, because Billy is just like hard in a way that's almost not fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really the biggest thing I see that could be improved on is, oh hey, the survivor vaulted a window, I'm gonna bounce into this wall and then hit them. And if you don't just think of where they're gonna pass and, oh, that's a free hit, then you might just not do it, but maybe you'll try it now. You'll be like, hey, that's a wall, the survivor's there on the other side, I can hit them.
Yeah, my question would be, the guiding question for this takeaway would be, is there anything besides just like confidence and just going for it that would make like the instas and that sort of thing better, or is it just kind of like, just do it?
just do it. Yeah, just try to do it. You'll miss a lot or a few. It depends on like how much killer you've played, because it's knowing survivor pathing too. Like I've been saying, the survivor will be here while I'm here, so I'll go over here. Huntress, I think, would translate similarly too, because that's how you throw hatchets. You're like,
nope,
I'm gonna snipe the survivor over here. It's just like, yeah, just go for it. Just try it. It's like flicks on Blight. You might think you can't hit that 180 flick, but just try. You might surprise yourself and actually hit it. For add-ons, unless you were just like messing around, using whatever you want, I'd recommend using the chase ones. They use gloves and chalice, or gloves and tendril for learning Wesker, because chalice will make dashing into nothing with a survivor a little bit less punishing, and gloves gives you more options and more chances to recharge your power and use it again, so you don't feel as bad for spamming it.
Yeah. And it, like you said, or you mentioned earlier yourself, was that your second takeaway for me would definitely be like palette control work. Definitely the moment, not even just for Wesker, for everybody, the moment you take control of a palette, they have to play your game. The survivor has to play your game.
That's why there are 2 ways. So like, let's say you have a basic filler, and you're in the middle of the palette, and the survivor's on the other side. You can just dash through, turn around the corner, especially if you have tendril or something, and grab them really fast. The riskier way to play it is to give up palette control and dash into the palette if they're a palette camper, which is pretty common to see, and that will get a lot of value too. But it's riskier, and it's better to try to rebound through the palette or with palette control rather than giving it up. And then for like, I mean, if they throw Shack, you just have to break it, I guess. But if someone throws like a jungle gym palette that they were camping and they're still sitting at it, you can use the inner jungle gym wall. Let's say it's like a long wall. You use the back wall that has 2 openings in it. You use that back wall to rebound and then hit them at the pallet if they're still there. Or you can try to make them vault towards the front of the jungle gym into you, and then again dash around and grab them. That is also an element of pallet control on Wesker. Even if the survivor is using the pallet, you can kind of still be like, no, I'm there.
Yeah, especially even if they drop it and try to vault, you're just gonna scoop them up anyway because this character's hitbox is wonky.
If the pallet isn't dropped, of course, do it the other way and don't try to push them into the pallet, but there are a lot of ways to play around tiles with them. That's... Alright. I think that's it, though.
Yeah.
Good job, Tidepod. Good job.
Thank you so much for coming and helping Tidepod out.
Yeah, I'm glad I could do something.
Yeah, and I wish I had more
Thanks,
access to more people
that was
like
very
you
informative.
for many different killers.
I'll keep at it, and hopefully
Yeah.
someday I'll get to your level of Weskin
I
talent.
appreciate it. It's very flattering to be invited on, like, as a Wesker expert. That feels good.
Well, you're putting in
So
the
thank you.
hours, and you're streaming all the time. You're putting out all those compilations. You're trying your hardest to get there.
No, I'm definitely not streaming all the time. I probably should be right now, but I'm being lazy.
Well, go get. I need somebody to raid after this. Go get started. Go get out of here. Thank you so much, though, Ace. I very massively appreciate that. Thank you so much for helping with that. And like I said, I wish I had more experts at my fingertips. So hopefully I can give more. Hopefully I can start finding more people that would be down for that. That way we can get more customized and efficient advice for character-specific things for you guys doing the match reviews. So, that being said, I know they're trying to dip out here, but please at least give Ace some sort of attention and love, even though the homie just ducked out of here trying to avoid it. Very, very talented Wesker main. Very, very good person that I appreciate that I have in my life. And took the time out of their day to help us today with helping Tidepod. So, yeah, give them the love and support. They also have a YouTube channel, but you can find that link on their Twitch as well. Supporting the homie on all fronts. Supporting the homies on fronts. Because they were kind enough to help us out today. Yeah, hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully that was great.